Hello, I'm that James guy, and this is my 2021 Mazda CX-5, and today we're replacing the battery. It's 4 years old, this car. Almost exactly 4 years old. 77,000 kilometers on it. That's about 48,000 miles, and the battery is getting weak. I can tell. Now, this is self-induced. Batteries don't normally die after 4 years, but I think what happened was my wife brought my daughter to horse riding lessons, and my wife sat in the car listening to music and all this stuff for a long, long time. And I think the car was kind of on, engine not running, like ignition switched on. And after an hour of, headlights on and all this kind of stuff, eventually there was all sorts of bells and whistles, and she says it wouldn't start. So I boosted it late that day, and we've been driving around ever since. So it cranks slowly now. It kind of started that day, but I've kind of been milking it. But now I noticed not that long ago, I dropped the car off at the airport, went on a business trip, came back maybe 3 days later, and it was like 5 Celsius, like 45 Fahrenheit outside after sitting for a couple days, and I didn't think it was gonna start. It was like, yeah. What we're gonna do, real quick, we're gonna measure the voltage. The car's been sitting for 2 days now. I drove it back from the coast, which is about a 4.5-hour drive. So it's fully charged. It's been sitting for a couple days. We'll measure the resting kind of static voltage. And then what we're gonna do is measure the voltage while we start it, and you'll hear how slowly it cranks. Then we will swap the battery over. I bought a brand new Mazda battery, so this is like for like. The battery's been sitting here on the floor for the last couple days. So as far as an A/B test goes, you can be rest assured that that battery is the same temperature as the battery in the car. So we're just like, it's equal playing field. We'll compare the voltages after, we'll compare the cranking voltages after, and you'll hear the way it starts after. So this is actually a test on how correct I am, because the car is kind of like, it's always cranked a little on the slow side. I think that's maybe a bit normal for this 2.5 liter turbocharged Mazda engine, but I think it's getting worse and worse. So this will be a test in how good I am at deciphering whether batteries are good or not. So anyway, let's get started. All right, real quick, we've got our snap-on meter here that should be able to see. You can see. All right, let's flip this guy up and let's just quickly check the voltage. 12.17 volts. Okay, a fully charged battery is 12.6 at room temperature. It's maybe 10 degrees Celsius in here, so like 50, 55 Fahrenheit. So this is kind of low, so I can already tell. Should be, I would expect 12.5, 12.4, but we're at 12.19. All right, as a bit of a side note, fully charged battery, 12 volt lead acid battery, 12.6 volts at room temperature, give or take. Fully dead battery, 10.5 volts. So the whole range of being completely empty to completely full. If you'd look at the charge cycle, it would like slowly, trickle down, and then close to the end, it would kind of go bleh and fall off. So anything less than 10.5, the battery is literally toast. It gets damaged internally really fast. So if you kill a battery, 10.5 is kind of like, not good for it, especially a non-deep cycle battery like a regular car battery, cranking battery. But below that, it really kills it if you go below that. So anyway, just kind of a side FYI, let's go and start this thing up and see what things do and say. All right, we're sitting at 11.9. That's pretty crazy low, just from having the door open a few times. Let's go ahead and see what the temperature is outside. Well, in the garage, 11 Celsius. So that's like 50 to 55 Fahrenheit, somewhere in there. Oh, I need to do an oil change. Keep forgetting about that. Oopsie. Okay, let's set our recording to record the minimum voltage, and let's see what happens when we start it. Oh, that did not sound good. 8.82 volts. Don't want to run it too long. 8.82 was our lowest. So what we can do is swap that battery over now and see how the new one compares. All right, negative first. Get that out of the way. I'm gonna put it behind something and then our positive. You know, some people would want to like put a 12-volt battery or some sort of a thing to keep your vehicle from losing all its information. I think zeroing out everything and disconnecting the batteries and hooking them back up periodically probably isn't a bad thing these days. Like your IT guy says, have you tried switching it off and switching it back on again? Sometimes fixes weird glitches in cars. All right, that's kind of a hooky thing. That's kind of a hooky thing. And that just kind of unhooks. Isn't that nice? And the old battery does not have any sort of handles on it. So this could be awkward. Like, what the heck? These Japanese are crazy. Okay, well, that's weird. Whereas the old or the new one has handle, which makes it a little more convenient for doing such things. And I assume that goes over top. Sure. We'll leave that thing on. It must be important, right? Oh, that's not going to work. Folks, I hate puzzles. I really hate puzzles. And this doesn't have to be very tight. It just has to be tight enough so that the battery doesn't fly away, you know? Yeah, that's good enough. And you don't want to tighten that too much either, because what'll happen is this isn't very strong. It's like made out of aluminum or nickel or something, and I've snapped a few of those off in my day. Wasn't too proud of it. A little bit of sparking never hurt anybody. Not too tight. All right, new battery is in. Let us hook our measuring leads back on, multimeter leads. All right, let's go in and measure the difference. Okay, let's compare resting voltage here. Oh, that's way better. 12.4. Oh man. All right, well, let's see how it starts. Record the minimum. It was 8.2 volts as our minimum last time. And let's see what happens now with our new battery. Ready? 10.83. That's a full 2 volts more. That's way better. I like that. Honestly, cranking speed, I don't know. It still cranks slow, but I think that's just normal for these guys. Oh, oil change. Maybe we'll do an oil change yet. But anyway, 10.83. So that's that. We've made a meaningful difference of 2 volts during cranking. 10.83. Oh, wait, hold it. Even after running it for 2 seconds, you can see here, we're at like 14.13 volts. That's like way better, because even after running it before, it was like, yeah, not very good. So we've made a meaningful difference today. So I hope you found this useful, or at least mildly entertaining. I will see you next time.